Arthur, are you on frequency W4TP?
I am indeed. How you doing, John? W4TP. And 4JK.
Still $1 million short of $1 million. So good to have you do the net tonight. We will announce the. I got messed up with my clock over here. Got an hour early. It's most I've been on the air, and I can't remember when. But it has rose my temperature in here from 65 to 73 in here now. So these tubes are putting out some heat. So anyway, Art's going to be our net control tonight, and I don't know what shenanigans you got lined up, but I'm sure to be good. And you be sure to give us a Joe report.
I'll do what I can. There's not a whole lot about it. About that. And let's see. You had announcements tonight. Should I call on you for that?
You can, or whatever. When you schedule for announcements, I can throw out my call, or you can just go ahead. I got a few here, and anyway, we had a little confusion on start times again, as usual.
Yeah. Well, everybody's told their times around. I think we're better off if we just take one and stick with it. But right. Well, this should sound pretty good. I've been listening for a few minutes. Good, strong signal, so I think we'll be okay. John, I just got back on the rig and fired it up. I've been away for a few days. Miss Kate got sick, and had to take her over to the hospital. They pumped her full of magic elixirs, and she's back to her old self now. So we just got back late this afternoon. Anyway, I'm kind of out of touch. But I'll muddle through best I can. W4TP and then 4JK.
All right, Art, yeah, I hope you got the new schedule. If there's any issues, anybody in the net controls have any issues with the timing or whatever, please let me know. Just drop me an email. And I did put Mac in there. He's officially net control now on the roster. So very good. Well, like I said, let's see what time it is now. 58. That's pretty close. I'm gonna step right next door here and get a drink of water and be right back. Go ahead, Mac. I think you're still there. W4TP. Whoever wants to get it.
Well, John.
Okay, John. Real fine. I think it's Billy's turn. I didn't hear everything Art said. Was there some announcement you wanted me to make, or just over to you, Billy?
Received it. I don't see any contact. I think it's probably going on my calendar for next year, but I'll do that. And I'm sure we're fine. Appreciate you doing that, John. Well, we talked on enough, so pray for that. Let me get things cranked up here. This is M4JK. This is frequency in use. Now calling the Gulf Coast Mullet Society net. W4G is the official call sign of the Gulf Coast Mullet Society. This net meets every Thursday evening at 6 p.m. Central Time on 3885 kilohertz in the AM mode, the W4GCM being the net control station. The Gulf Coast Mullet Society was formed July 27, 2002 for the preservation and use of tube-type AM amateur radio equipment. This is a directed net. Your net control station for this evening is M4JK. My name is Art, and our location is in Florida. In remembrance of our Mullet Society salad keys, and in appreciation for our veterans and law enforcement members, I'd like to direct 30 seconds of silence in their honor starting now. This is W4GCM. I do have some announcements listed for the net. I'm going to stand by first, John, before I get to you. Several announcements for you. Come with your call sign. Okay, John, over to you. W4TP from W4GCM.
Yeah, W4TP. Good evening, everybody on the net. I've enjoyed the get-together here. Getting my phone blown up over here. When you get on the air, you know, the phone rings and text messages and all of that. Anyway, we will be keeping our net at the same time. And there's been a little bit of confusion about it as we usually go through. We're not following Monday night or Tuesday night net. We're staying as is for the time being. And we'll be at 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. I think it's 2400 UTC. So I didn't want to get that out, make a note, chisel it in stone or whatever. And also coming up this year will be in February will be designated QRP month. We'll be sending this out here. We'll all announce it here starting in 1st of January. I'll send this out to all the net controls, and we'll have a good time with low-powered month. And Matt will be the contest taker, or whatever he's going to do, and that'll be February the 20th. W4AX, he'll be the Master of Ceremonies. And Art, I really appreciate you designing those certificates. Theoretically, you'll get a certificate and a mullet cup. And if you hadn't had a mullet cup, it's been known to make bad coffee taste good. So we'll be starting with the announcements on that here at the first of the year. And it'll be designated low-powered month. And then, of course, the 4th annual frequency measuring contest will be held this year in March 20th, and we'll announce that. We've got plenty of time on that stuff, hopefully. So that's my announcements, and hopefully we can get together and have some few awards given out. And Richard supposedly is going to order us some cups to get out. I need to get with him on that. Back to you, Art. Thanks again, man. N4JK, W4GCM, W4TP.
W4TP, W4GCM. Well, thank you very much, John. Yeah, those coffee cups. Converted into deep instant coffee. Miraculous stuff like that. That's something, you know. Well, let's see. JF4TXQ. Are you on frequency? And will you give us the Western Smart Society paper? I don't hear Sam. Okay. Well, we'll have to muddle through. Maybe he'll show up later. This is W4GCM. Let's take about 30 seconds to fine-tune our rig, and we'll continue with the net. About 30 seconds.
Alpha Lima 0, Foxtrot.
Carriers have to get small. was your first call sign? There's usually a story to go along with this. Where did Alpha This is W4GC. I'm with Gulf Coast Salt Society. At this time, we'll stand by for QRP on Mobile Station. Please call me the call sign. Are there any relays? Okay, well, we're general checking for the Gulf Coast Salt starting at in this order: Kilo, November, Alpha, and Whiskey. This is W4GCU, now standing by for Kilo call sign.
K4VZS.
KO4S SY.
Kilo 4, Kilo Hotel Victoria.
Kilo 4, Bravo, Kilo Charlie.
Okay, I have the following stations checked in. Kilo 4, Victor Zulu Sierra, Kilo 4 SSY, K4 KHV, K4 BKC. Additional Kilo call signs. Now standing by for November call signs. In calls, please. Standing by for November call signs. Please come in your car. As usual, I bet you will do better with Alpha. Alpha call sign.
Alpha Lima 0, Foxtrot.
Technology Alpha Lima 0, Foxtrot. Any others? I guess not. Now standing by for Whiskey call signs. Whiskey call signs, please.
Whiskey 4, Whiskey Foxtrot Lima.
Whiskey Alpha 4 India.
Whiskey 4 Alpha X-ray, and I'll need a relay when Art calls on me.
And W4TP.
Okay, acknowledging the following functions. W4TP, I got you at the top since we talked earlier. W4IVD, WV0, W4WFL, W4II, W4AX, and W4FVU. Additional whiskey call signs.
Bravo.
Yeah, whiskey well, let's see. Let me go back up to the top and start with John. See if he's running tonight and how things are over there in the big city of Pittsburgh. W4VZS and the next one W4GCM.
GCM K4VZS. Well, I'm running the way for I Drake 2A, and my little audio on my 1500's a little sick. I don't know what's going on with it. And other than that, it's I think the band is taking a big shift, so I just knocked out in here 30 minutes ago. But anyway, what else to add? We're down to 425 final, and just maybe cut the screen rollers back down and see if I can get the power out of it down a little bit. But and I'm still working down in John's jump, trying to straighten things out and see what I got. But other than that, W4GCM K4VZS.
careful running through John's gate. My wounds. I think you're right. He looked pretty scared of me when I was here. Anyway, thanks for joining us tonight, John. How you doing, Bill?
Hey, mighty fine, Art. Good to hear you this afternoon. W4GCM, this is K04SY returning. Well, my first call sign was KI4PZL, and I don't know, took the test and never did really pursue it. And later on, I come back and tested and got what I've got now, and went all the way. So it's just one of them deals where it, I don't know, just wasn't enough interest at first. And finally run into some real good guys that I really enjoyed being around and talking to, and it got me stirred up, got me back into it. Really, the old like the KW1s and so forth and so on. And Mac, that's a TCB. Is what that big transmitter is. That thing's about 7 foot tall and 1,800 pounds, which it's been highly modified. The RF deck part of it, I wish it was original. I really do. When I bought it, I didn't really know. Basically, it was the shipmate. I'm going to assume to the ART-13 because it was it had all the auto tune and presets and all that you could have done to it originally, which that part is no longer in there. It was modified by Bill Decker. So it's a nice piece. I just was testing something one day, and when I got done, I did not hook my drive back up to it like I thought I did, and keyed it up without no grid drive, and it ain't keyed up since. So I don't know what I've done to it. I've tried all new tubes, or I put the A13s, I've tried them, and the 4400s, I've tried them, and neither one of them coming from working equipment. Well, I say that, those A13s are tubes I bought, so they were supposed to be new old stock. I guess the only other way I could try those would be I've got some in a Barker & Williams amplifier that I know is good. I guess I could pull them out and try them, but just don't know why it's why I'm not. I can get through what I'm putting into it, so it's going straight through and not amplified. So anyways, one of these days I'll get slowed down enough to be able to catch up with you, and we'll get it done. And good evening to everybody. It's good to hear you, Bob. You was booming in here. So it's good to hear you up that way. So wasn't around last night. Hadn't been around in a while, really. But anyways, I'll quit ramping my jaws and carry it on back over. W4GCM. This is K04SY in cold Murphy, North Carolina.
Well, I'm sorry that you wrapped your equipment there. It's hard to remember everything. KHV. Well, good evening, Art, and everybody on the net. Conditions are
not really all that great. But the company did it real well here. John CP over there, he got it real well. This company right real well. And yourself, it's about 58 degrees over here. We had 33 this morning, and we're looking for 29 in the morning, so it's going to be chilly here. But anyhow, the first call here was KM4KHV as an August in 1956. And we soon worked up to the ability to take the N out. They strictly from the N and just skip the call. So that's how my call is like it is. I don't think he's told us about it call, but I did work to change it there from a KM4KHV for K4KHV. Well, good evening, everybody. Most of you tonight. I know where Manuel is. We woke up and rolling. Hello, with him. I didn't do it. I know it, folks. That's about it for now. Appreciate you calling the net there, Art. Always that signal was really trying to do it. I was trying to get one of those FP 2000 and receiving on the house for 183 gigs, which it sounds really good over here on the national receiver. Before the receiver on the usually turned down, it's hanging over on two type stuff. That's transfer out here one of these days. Put a dead wire on or something. That's down, W4GCM, K4KHV.
K4KHV, 11-4GCM. Really good on how that is, 183. Very good. It's actually should receive to receive
W4GCM, this is K4BKC. Art, did you call me over?
I sure did, Bob. And I've been calling the net without my shoes. And I apologize. I hope this will help. Go ahead, Bob. How you doing?
Doing well, Art. Thank you. I could hear you that time. W4GCM, this is K4BKC, Bob in Columbia, Tennessee. It's good to hear you all tonight. I heard John and Mr. Jimmy and you, Art, and Mac and Billy and the whole crew here. and John. It's just really good to hear all these good signals. It's cold in Columbia. I think we're going down to about 17 tonight, and it's stocking cap and collars up kind of weather. But that's okay. I can handle it. Just stay in the house more. And my original call was WB4JHA, Whiskey David 4 Juliet Hotel Alpha. Yeah, that was from 1976. But, or thereabouts. And I did CW as a novice for a long time and really enjoyed it. That was some of the most fun I ever had. But anyway, everything here is doing just fine and enjoying the net. And Art, I don't know what you did, but your signal improved there on the last transmission. Back to you. 7-3 to all. W4GCM, this is K4BKC.
K4BKC from N4JK. Let me just tweak a little bit. That's all. Yeah. Bob, I was sitting here, had the amplifier off. I've been listening to the net for a little bit, and I forgot to turn it back on before calling the net. So I went from running about 25 watts to about 250. And, oops. Oh well, I hope this is helping. Name real good on the call, WB4JHA, 1976. Now, we all got bit by the bug at different times, and like you, I used to be real big on CW. Worked a whole bunch of it. But AM, I got bit by the AM bug, and I don't know, I just enjoyed the conversation mode so much. I don't think I picked up the keyer in a long, long time. But it's still working in my head. Oh well. There's nothing much up there to brag about. Well, thanks for being with us tonight, and it's good to hear you. Over to you there, Tim. AL0F from W4GCM.
W4GCM and the good group. This is AL0F in downtown Alabama. Yeah, good evening, and thanks for taking me up there, Art. My original call was WL7CRY, Whiskey Lima 7, can't remember yesterday. I got my call in 1996. I got my novice in Sitka, Alaska, and didn't have much privileges except CW, so I spent the summer trolling for salmon in southwest Alaska, and I'd pull the gear at night and head in to anchor up, and I had an old straight key mounted to the dash, and I'd just bang away on that straight key until I got anchored up. And then I upgraded during the winter. By June of 97, I was an extra, and then I got a new call. It was the new call sign series. So that's the story there. I'm on the Ranger with an afterburner, and listen on the 75A4, and the mic is D104, and the antenna is a 75-meter dipole about 35 feet up. That's the story here, and there's some real slow QSB, slow periods, but otherwise everybody sounds real good. Excuse me. My voice is getting out all right. Anyway, back over to you there, Art, and I'm enjoying hearing everybody on this angel music. W4GCM, this is AL0F in here.
Kilo Bravo 5, India Oscar. Kilo Bravo 5, Lima India Oscar. I got you. I'll be down to see you in a little bit, but please stand by. And thanks for joining us. Let's see. Tim, that's real neat on your call sign. And, well, once you got it going, you couldn't stop. You really have upgraded and gotten into things. And glad you found your way down here. Up Alabama. I've driven through there many, many times. Out to Columbus and Atlanta. So I know where you are. I'm glad to hear a station from up there. The Ranger sounding just great, along with the B14 and the 7584 and stuff. Thanks for being here tonight. And let's see, Roy, how you doing? And how you looking tonight? W4IDD from W4GCM.
All right, thank you, Art. Good evening to you and all the net this evening. This is W4IDD, Roy in Pensacola, and it's good to be here. Good to hear everybody this evening. And man, when you kick that amplifier on, you come alive. That's a good job for you, young man. Sounds real good. Well, let's see. I'm running this Mullet this evening, a little DX60, Sam Contra, a Dixie 60, and let's see, NC303 receiver, and a pair of 14s in a BMW amplifier, and I'm running about 300 watts, something like that, 250, 300, somewhere along in there. A D104 microphone. And my first car was KA4SPH in 1941. I got my novice and worked a little CW enough to get my general, and that was about the extent of that. So there you go. But anyway, it's good to be here and good to hear everybody. Let's see. I was going to say something else and I can't remember now what it was. I guess I better shut up. Oh, I know what it was. I talked to Manuel this morning on the phone. Tuesday, he was in for surgery on, I can't remember now what it is, prostate surgery. And I'm a believer in prayer, so I'm requesting that all of the monks and everybody else that can hear me, let's all remember Manuel Tuesday morning, and that the Lord will take care of him and have a success in that surgery. I just said around me, I appreciate you picking up the net, man. You always sound good, and it's always a pleasure to hear you. 73 to everybody, and I'll close with this little statement. I hope everybody out there in Radio Land feels as good as I look this evening, and we'll all be happy if you do. Back to you from W4, I live in Pensacola.
W4IDD from W4GCM. Well, I want you to know I'm feeling really good, Roy. Thank you. Well, I was wondering what Emmanuel was up to, and sure we'll pray for him. I know that's a fairly common surgery now. I hope everything is routine and he gets past that. I guess if we all are fortunate enough to get old enough, we'll have to deal with those kind of issues. So it's his turn now. Oh well. KN4SPH. Well, that was a neat call. A lot of characters to send out there on CW there, Roy. Anyway, it is good hearing you tonight. Oh, and thanks for the word on the amp. This is an old SB220 that somebody gave to me. And the 3500s were burnt out in it, but I had some 4400s. And I was able to press those into service. And slightly less power, but still plenty. We get about 250 watts with this right now. Let's see. Oh, we got Kevin in here. How's it going tonight, Kevin? WB0JZG from W4GCM. What you running tonight?
All righty. W4GCM. WB0JZG. I'm running as much power as I can get out of this station tonight so y'all can hear me on the Super C. On my solid state receiver that's paired up with it on the 2 halfway out of phase wire antenna. I've been playing with the vertical. There's promise. It may work, but I'm not done with it. I was going to work on it today and got distracted and had to go do my swim workout. And one thing led to another, and it's still waiting for me to do a few things to the new pole and then get the old one down, put the new one up. Take readings off it with the rig expert and send him up to speed and let him run his calculator and drive it away. Front end, numbers to the front, make it work. We'll see what it does. I've been having fun though on, let's see, I was on 10 meter AM, I was on 15 meter AM, and I was on 20 meter AM. We're spreading it around up there with Tim Con. We're chatting in the afternoon. He is so much fun. I tell you what, he and I go back a long, long ways, and they flew about 10, 15, or 20. There wasn't anybody around, so we could just carry on. And we would just carry on. People would come and go, and we'd carry on. But he's picking out some parts for me. I can show together a higher power factor than 160 See how that goes. He's up from the 4-125. He's got a nice Mach transformer. He said, this will work. You need this. And so I probably something equivalent to a 33.5 in concept, a single 4-125. And probably use on 11. And he's trying to connect to this 13. So I'm modular. It's up there. We'll figure something out. It'll be fine. So I was chatting with him, and we're still coming up to stuff. And I can do that. It'll be about a 210 watt train from 160 to 10. That'll much power for super soldiers, but you never know. It might be enough. At the end of the day, we'll see what happens. So let's get by talking about this call sign. It's the only call sign, and it's the one I got now. I got it 72, 73. Started it out with a WN instead of a WB, and I have never been it up since. And I still got it. It's a tongue twister. Oh my gosh, what a call! But hey, it works for me, and I'm still using it. And heck, I was up on 10 meters working a bunch of DX, and they figured it out. 100 watts on 10 meters can be fun. But the very big stuff go on the amplifier and give them a little bit more noise. I hung up a 10-meter vertical dipole. It's doing pretty good. So I've been piddling around with that. Back to the net it comes. I carried on a little too long. W4GCM. WB0JZG.
WB0JZG from W4GCM. Oh, you don't get too many demerits for that, Kevin. Don't worry about it. Man, I'm glad to hear about you making on AM contacts on the 15 and 20. 15 in particular. Man, I haven't worked up there in ages. There's not much AM activity there, but Sounds like things are coming to life with this internet propagation these days. And you got some neat stuff in the works. Well, I hope your junk box gets populated with some good tubes and heavy iron so you can put together another piece. That sure is fun, taking what you got and making something useful out of it. And a super senior sounding fine tonight, Kevin. Thanks for being with us. And let me get it over to Richard. Richard, I heard you talking earlier about line noise. I'll go through that. I have no suggestions, but good luck. W4WFL from W4GCM.
W4GCM, W4WFL, Pensacola. Well, Art, I'll take anything I can get at this stage. You're talking to a desperate man on this RFI, but I think I've got some help on the way. I think W4TV has offered to give me a little hand, and I appreciate anything else that I can get. I've been fighting this for quite a while. It's not easy to just cross up. But anyway, I'd like to say that my first call was WN8MGU. I took my first exam at the Charleston, West Virginia field office, and never been so nervous in my life given that 5 word per minute code. I guess they call them agents there since they were kids, but anyway, I was shaking the whole time, and I passed, and went back home later on, and I went back and got my general, which they dropped the WN and gave me a WB4MGU before, transmitter that put out 75 watts, and it was crystal controlled until 1973. They allowed us novices to put a VSO in there. And I built the 16, which had a 3-phase fan dipole for 80, 40, 100 feet. I really enjoyed that 15 sure did. But anyway, that was my beginnings, and I've had several calls in for QGK, KK4MC, long time for me until I had to get this W4FL, which is called W4 West Florida. And I believe out of the group, I'm about the furthest west Florida panhandle you can get, leaving the Roy. Just by maybe a quarter of a mile probably, but anyway, that's all I got for that. Art, I don't know if it's proper for me to do this on the net, but I know we have some believers here on the net. If I'm trying to say a word real prayer for Manuel, I really feel it's strong to do so if you allow me to do so.
Yes, that'd be good. Go right ahead.
Okay, Lord Jesus, I pray that this group of believers would like to pray for our brother Manuel that's going in for surgery. I pray, Lord Jesus, that you'll perform some sort of a miracle. I declare maybe that they won't find anything, and that whatever condition it has will just clear up and go away. Whatever your will, Lord, that's what we want, and pray this in your name. Amen.
Thank you very much, Richard. Friends in the hobby, and we sure want to see them in good health. And be with them when they're not. So I appreciate your prayer for Manuel. Real good on the call sign. And I've always thought the HW16 was just a brilliant novice rig. A lot of power, good note, and yeah, with VFO, I can't remember the model number now. That's just quite a combination for CW work, regardless of your class. Anyway, thank you for your remarks here, Richard. Let me get on over to Greg, see how he's doing tonight. WA4II from W4GCM.
W4GCM, this is WA4II. Well, thank you for letting me join in, and let's see, it's kind of chilly outside. The mercury on the outside says it's 26 degrees, dropping fast out there. And my first call was WN4II. And then when I upgraded, it went to WA4II. So I've been II ever since back in 1974. So that gives me 50 years of seniority in this fraternity. And let's see, operating the old Johnson Viking Valiant and listening on the Drake R4B, so dipole antenna. So that's what's happening here. So I don't have anything much to say. Thanks for picking me up. W4GCM, this is WA4II, back to the net.
This is W4GCM. Very good to hear you on there with the Valiant. It's really doing a good job. And I kind of envy those that stuck with their original base and their call. And when you have a completely new call, you lose your identity and you have to start all over again. Well, there's some advantages to that too. Anyway, let me get it up to you, Mac. How you doing tonight? W4AX from W4GCM.
All right, thank you so much, Art. W4GCM, W4AX, good evening to you, and thanks for running the net, and blessings to Kate. I hope she continues to make progress, and thank you for turning the amp on. I can copy you. And Billy, real fine on the TCB. That shouldn't be too hard. I hate to even say that to figure out. So when you get off the road, let me know. And Richard, I understand about getting older. I've started running again on trails. I'm up to about 5 miles now, and I've lost quite a bit of weight, and I've got a little bit more to go. And let's see, Art, my first call sign just after my novice was Whiskey Bravo 4 Mike Alpha Kilo, just like Mac, but without the C, WB4MAK. And I've been licensed 56 years, and my first rig as a novice was an ARC 5 transmitter that I converted. So I still have that, the BC348 I used with it. And let's see, I'm on the Collins 20B3 tonight. That's a long way from an ARC 5. And like many others, we're going to be at 20 degrees tomorrow morning. Thanks again for running the net, Art. You always do a wonderful job. W4GCM, W4AX.
W4AX from W4GCM. Oh, Mac, that 20B3 sure does sound nice. How neat. Having a call sign WA4MAK. I bet you kind of had to get it to work that one. That one, I'm sure you do. W4AX was available. And real good on starting with an ARC 5. Man, that's pretty good. My transmitter was a homebrew, and I used a Hallicrafter Sky Buddy. So I could hear across town on 75. That was about it. But it sure was a lot of fun. Well, let's see. Let me get over to Richard. See what his story is. WA4FUU. W4GCM.
W4GCM, WA4FUU. Well, I started out in 1973. That's when I first licensed. And I was on and out. Went from there. Electronics was started that also I John, good friend of PQW, BCP. So it's been an uphill. It's something that I truly love doing, and I've stuck to all these many years. Anyway, that's what's going on here. 56 degrees. Supposed to be cold tonight, so bundle up. Coolest night of the year so far. Isn't it interesting the way we all gravitate to work? Anyway, I'll say 73 to everybody. I truly enjoy the net. Art is doing a great job. Thanks for all of it. Thanks to Mom. Thanks to all of our next sponsors.
W3 X-Ray Mike. Acknowledging W3 X-Ray Mike. Be down to you in just a minute. Please stand by. Richard, real good at working at the toy store. I think that was Grice. That was a little before my time. I never saw that. But I will say I did have a Lafayette radio store in South Carolina. And Saturdays was great. All the local hams would show up and had a little bit of ham gear, but mostly just parts and bad stories. But I really miss those days. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad we both got to work at a toy store. Thanks for being here tonight. How about you, Tom? How you doing? W9TAD, W4GCM.
It's 145.
Hello, 145. Hello, 140.
This is W9 PAD from 94 GCM. Oh, good, Tom. Well, I'm glad you found your way back. Now, a lot of us have to put this hobby aside for a few years due to life stuff, but it sure is a good hobby. And, I particularly enjoy talking to you about it. Oh, by the way, thanks for the cartoon. I haven't had a chance to write you back, but I enjoyed the A on the art. Let's see. There was a fellow that checked in a minute ago, and I can't find your call on my pad, and it's not W3XM. There was another call before that. If you're still there, please check in. Please come in again and give me your info. This is W4GCM. Well, probably somebody up north. We just have to deal with that, Tom. Well, anyway, appreciate your remarks. Do you have anything further? Yeah, I was just asking, was there anything else to pass along? Well, Tom, that's a good story. I'm glad to hear how that has worked out for you. Let's see. W3XM, how are you tonight? This is W4GCM.
Good morning. Let me see if I'm functioning here. Good morning, Art. W4GCM, W3XM. This is Joey down here in Winter Park. And Charlie Girl is my Chief Entertainment Officer, as you guys know from the AM group on Sunday. She's loving this cold weather, so and I am too. So if you like it, guys, you can move farther south. That's all I'm going to say, but it won't last long. So if you don't like cold weather, just stick around. It'll be hot again. Not a whole lot to say. Just heard you got tired of watching the brain killer television, and had you guys on, so I'll say hello. And good park, great signal here, 20 over in Winter Park, and most of the signals are good copy. So that's about it. So thanks for doing what you do, Art. W4GCM, W3XM.
W4GCM. Well, Jerry, you've come to the right place. Spend time watching that boob tube, and it will rot your brain. It's not good for you. Get on here and you'll learn something. I always do, anyway. And glad Charlie Girl is doing good. And I appreciate you joining us tonight. I'm at the end of the list. Let me stand by. Are there additional check-ins for the net? This is W4GCM. Okay, acknowledging KE4RSX and Alpha Bravo 5 Mike Delta. Randall, how are you doing tonight? W4GCM, over.
It's doing very good there, Art. It's a little warm now. Just here in the rubber shack here. Well, let's see. That's where we're going to have a look at. He's coming back on it. We had it on 11 meters and actually outside the band of 11 meters. But anyhow, when I got licensed, I needed a rig, and I remember I said, played with it, so he had it stored away, so he broke it out and sold it for me for $200. So I bought that thing, and it worked fine. Had a little bit of problems. Took it down, and I believe Harold worked on it. Had I sent it or something in. It looked like a trunk. We got it back there, and I played around with PW on it there some. And, yeah, I just played with that thing until I sold it and bought a different run spot there. And now that's when I got started with the whole speaker in there. Where the speaker goes, the 53 when I was up there about that. Code on it there. And that's it there. Stay warm over there, and we'll catch you next go around. 84 RSX here in Pensacola.
84 RSX from W4GCM. Well, I'll tell you, old Harold Smith was a really good influence on a lot of them. I was on that year, and sure do miss him. He was a good guy. Here it is. I've been scribbling notes on my pad and I lost my place. 85MD, W4GCM. How are you, man? AB5MD from W4GCM. Well, you sure have bought some good pieces. First, the IC7300, to me, that is one of the best deals going. It does everything well, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. And the vintage pieces you've got, well, you can't beat the old DX60. That's a good transmitter. And anyway, Greg, you sound really nice tonight. I appreciate you joining us. And let me stand by one more time before I close things out. Any more check-ins for the Gulf Coast Mullet Society Net? This is W4GCM.
Kilo Bravo 5, India.
KB5LIO from N4JK. I think you checked in earlier, and I lost your call, so I'm glad you're back. How's it going tonight? KB5LIO from W4GCM.
W4GCM, KB5LIO, it's Brad and Daphne, Bravo Romeo Alpha Delta, Daphne, Alabama, on the eastern side of Mobile Bay. I don't know who can copy me. Bank Editions took a nasty turn, so I'll keep it short. Just going to load everybody on the net. KB5LIO, back to you.
Okay, Brad. Well, good to hear you tonight. And check on some more. I wrote that as a call, but I hadn't talked to you enough to remember the name, so I think I got it now. Let's see. At this time, the Gulf Coast Mullet Society net will conclude, and I wish to thank all those who participated in our net this Thursday evening. Our next net will be held 1 week from today at 6 p.m. Central Time, and your net control station will be met W4AX at Battleground, Georgia. As a reminder, the following nets are held weekly on 3885 kilohertz in the AM mode. Monday, WE4AM, the EagleNet. Tuesday, W4AMI, the Southeastern AM Radio Club SquabNet. The Florida AM Group, Warren Alley Memorial Net. Sunday morning, 6 a.m. Central. Also, please join the Collins Collectors Association AM Net, the first Wednesday night of the month on 3880 kilohertz. This is W4GCM returning the frequency back to regular amateur use. 73s everyone. And 4JK is now clear.